Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's look, I'm going to be showing you how I do my clients' makeup. We're doing a glowing, fresh skin makeup look, and I always start by prepping the skin. So first things first, I'm setting with the Stay Spray from Mascara Beauty. This has hyaluronic acid and green tea, so it does hydrate the skin as well as kind of give a nice base. And I always like to press that into the skin with my sponge or my fingers to make sure we get all those little droplets soaked into the skin. So today I am getting Gwyneth ready for a photo shoot that she has. You guys might recognize her face because I did just post a picture from her shoot on my Instagram. So we're doing that same exact makeup look because it's so beautiful, but I am changing up the lip. In her shoot, we did a red lip, and today we are doing a more nude lip. So I always start with the eyes on my clients. So I'm going to be prepping the lid with a concealer. I'm just using the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and that will help any eyeshadow stick and also conceal any redness or discoloration. And then I go back to the face and apply the face primer, and I'm using the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. I love this primer so much for normal to dry skin. It gives the most beautiful glow from within look, as well as prolonging the wear of the foundation. Next, I'm just applying some translucent powder to the eyelids to prevent any skipping from the eyeshadow. And I'm using my favorite e.l.f. brush. This is the e.l.f. Tapered Highlight Brush, and it's awesome for setting around the eyes. So for the eyes today, I am using my Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Original Palette. This is my favorite go-to eyeshadow palette. And we're going to be mixing Silk Cream and MFEO to put into her crease as her transition shade. This look doesn't have a whole lot of eyeshadows involved. It's really quite easy. I just like to blend these from the outer corner up around into the crease for that soft, rounded look. And you guys will notice that I don't wrap this way into the inner corner. I kind of like to bring it almost up into the brow at the top, and that just allows us to utilize all of her lid space and give more of a lifted effect. Now I'm picking up the shade Pooter, and we're going to put that right below the first shade that we did. We don't want to bring this one up quite as high. Every shade darker that you go, you want to keep that a little bit closer to the lash line. So I like to just continue to build this color up until it's the intensity that I like it. And the brush I'm using is the Morphe M441. This is probably my favorite blending brush. It really gives seamless edges, and it doesn't apply too much product. So for the lid shade, I'm applying the Covergirl Trunaked Queenship Cream Shadow Stick in the color Frivolous. It is kind of a pinky undertone, and it has a little bit of fine glitter for the most beautiful foiled effect. When the light hits her lids, it's so beautiful. And I like to just buff this onto the lid, and then I will pat it out a little bit with my finger just to make sure all the edges are blended. I've heard that these CoverGirl sticks are a great dupe for the Laura Mercier Caviar sticks. I've actually never tried the Laura Mercier ones, but I really like these CoverGirl ones. They last all day. They're a really great formula. And then we're going to clean up around the eyes with a makeup wipe. I love the Kirkland makeup wipes just to get rid of any fallout or glitter on the skin. Next, I'm dipping into the shade Buns on a Morphe M507, and I'm just going to buff that right along the lash line to give us a little bit more definition. Now I'm picking up the shade Abyss, which is a matte black shade, and a flat definer brush from Morphe, and we're just going to place this all along the lash line, kind of like a liner. I like to do eyeshadow a lot more than actual eyeliner just because it's a lot softer. You can kind of buff it out, but you do want to have something there to kind of help conceal any of the lashes as well as make the lashes appear a little fuller. Now I'm picking up her foundation, and I'm using the Stila Stay All Day foundation and a damp Real Technique sponge. I love the Real Technique sponge. It's super soft, and I like to pounce this into the skin. She doesn't need a ton of coverage because she had beautiful skin. So we're just going to do a nice even layer of this all over to conceal any discoloration. For concealer, I actually mixed the Tarte Shape Tape as well as the Maybelline Fit Me. She doesn't need anything too heavy, so I really like to mix these two for the perfect consistency. And I apply first with a brush to get it where I want it, and then I will blend it out with my damp sponge. And then we also want to highlight the other areas of the face where the light naturally touches. So right in the center of the chin, around the nose, in the center of the brows, and then in the center of the forehead. Then I'm going to set the under eyes with translucent powder, and I like to blend out any creases first and then set it. And this is the only area I'm going to set right now because I am going to be going in with some more creams. For bronzer, I'm using the Bella Cream Bronzer from Mascara Beauty. This is my favorite cream bronzer. It looks beautiful on all skin tones. It's so easy to blend. And I'm using a Bhcosmetics brush from the Rose Quartz collection that I really love. And this is such a cheap collection, you guys. You can get this brush set for like 14 bucks. And I'm just going to buff that onto the cheekbones, and then I bring up any excess up onto her forehead. She doesn't have a super large forehead, so she doesn't need a ton of contouring up there. So I pretty much just bring whatever's left on my brush from the cheeks. So here I was just showing her what it does to the face. I love bronzer and contour because it really creates more dimension and brings life to the face. It honestly can take years off of you, which I love. So we're just going to place that on the cheeks, and then I also bring it on the jawline and the neck so that everything is cohesive, and it really creates nice shadowing on the jawline as well. Next, I'm going in with a cream blush. This is the Hollywood Lip and Cheek from Mascara Beauty. I love to layer cream and then powder because A, cream products look like skin and maintain that beautiful glow. And also you're going to get a lot more longevity out of your makeup. So we will set with a powder here in just a second. So to set the face, I'm applying the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder, and I think I'm using the shade Light on her. I love these powders. They're super inexpensive, and they really fill in the pores and give a very soft appearance to the skin. So for the brows, she really had great natural brows, so I don't like to do too much to a brow if it doesn't need it. So first I am filling them in with the Essence Make Me Brow Brow Gel in Brownie Brows. I feel like I just said so many B words. And then we will go ahead and fill in any other sparse areas with the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Soft Brown. For her lower lash line, I'm applying our first two shadows we used from the Morphe and Jaclyn palette. And I'm not going to do anything too smoky. I want to keep this fairly soft. So first I apply those two shades, and then I will go in with the next shade, I think it was Pooter, and put that a little bit closer to the lash line to define a little bit more. Now I'm taking a little bit of Becca's Champagne Pop Highlighter, which we're going to use on her face in a second, but I put a little bit of that on top of the lid shade to set it down and give a little bit more glow. For the blush, I'm using one of my favorite blushes at the moment. This is the Colourpop and Kathleen Lights collab in I Need Space. It's a beautiful kind of neutral pink color, and I like to dust that all over the cheeks and back into the contour. Also, this brush I'm using to apply it is a new favorite. This is the Morphe E4, and it's so soft, and I love the shape. It fits perfectly on the apples of the cheeks. To set the bronzer, I'm using the Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 200. I just put this everywhere we put that cream bronzer to make it a little bit darker and make it stay all day. Going back into the Champagne Pop highlighter, this is my favorite highlight, you guys. It's so stunning. It's kind of a champagne-y pink color, and I'm pretty much just going to bathe her in this because we want her to be so glowing. So this goes on the top of the cheekbones. I used it as her brow bone highlight, a little bit on the forehead, Cupid's bow, and then she is going to have an open top, so I don't like to leave that area out if the chest is going to be showing. So I'm going to put this on the collarbones and a little bit on the shoulder blades. So here I am applying the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Body Mist to her neck and chest. I know this is so random, but I learned this from another makeup artist, Morgan Fay, and it gives the most beautiful added glow to the body. You don't want to apply this to the face because it can give flashback in photography, but it's beautiful on the neck and chest. And then we will apply some mascara and lashes. I'm using the Voluminous from Loreal, and then Ardell Wispies. These are my favorite lashes. She was actually saying right here how much she loved them. They looked so pretty on her. For her inner corners, I'm using the Elcie Cosmetics Jewel in the shade Pearl. This is my favorite bright, intense inner corner highlight. To set the makeup, I'm using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is such a fine mister. I absolutely love it, and it smells good. It's very similar to MAC's Fix Plus, and it makes the makeup last all night. Before we do the lips, I like to take a wipe and just get rid of any leftover makeup on the lips. And then I am lining her lips with the NYX Natural Lip Liner. This is a great lip liner. It works with many different lip colors. For the lip color, I'm first starting with Maybelline Romantic Rose, and then I'm going to take Blankety from MAC and put that right in the center of the lip. Lastly, I am taking the Morphe Flower Crown Lip Gloss and putting that right in the center of the lip, and then that is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and check the description bar below for any products that I used, and then subscribe if you haven't already so you never miss a new video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!